Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about this story that came up in the news. These dads in this Louisiana high school started a program called Dads on Duty, and this was done to combat a recent string of fights that was occurring at the school. According to this report, I believe 23 students were arrested within a span of just 3 days at this high school, and obviously, that's not good, and fighting is not good. These dads decided to take it upon themselves to get involved. And I think this is excellent. Again, I wanted to salute these dads and anyone else is doing something similar, maybe in your community. I'm not sure, but I'm talking about this story right now in particular because this one is the one that caught my eye. So it's about 40 dads that's involved, according to this report, and this is from Revolt. And pretty much the dads, they do a rotation of patrolling the halls, patrolling the schools. They greet people at the door. They do the quote unquote dad jokes, But I think this is excellent. And according to the students and people, I guess faculty members are saying that, hey, it's given a positive environment. The kids are happy. And to me, this is what kids need. You know, they need to see people that care. And that's what these dads are conveying. They're conveying that, hey, we care. We don't want to see y'all being locked up. We don't want y'all taking that road, deterring from a more positive route and not probably get your education. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I'm a big supporter of the public school education system. I am a product of the public schools education system, but I definitely think the curriculum and things like and just the, I guess you could say, the process, the formula for public school education systems, I think are failing our youth. Um, One, in just terms of a curriculum, you're not teaching the proper history. You're teaching revisionist history. You're teaching Americans, in particular Black Americans, um, European history. And I could just remember when I was in school that, it's not really taught what Blacks have contributed to this country throughout its history. That's not what you learn. And if you're at a predominantly Black school, it's going to be hard for you to care. It's going to be hard for you to be engaged when you're reading about people that um, don't look like you, don't resemble you. And you just feel like, hey, like, why am I learning this? Like, this is a waste of my time. And I'm all for education. To get in the game, you have to first learn the game or learn enough to get in the game. And then once you get in the game, and I'm talking about the game of life and success, then you have to do your own research so you can get ahead of the game, actually, and eventually win. But I'm big on education, and I just really want to salute these brothers right here because this is what kids need. Um, the dad, a father, plays an important role for all children, men and women. Fathers teach men how to, well, teach boys how to become men, and they teach women what to expect from men. And that's why this is important. Um, I think creating an environment that's showing that we care, we love you, whether you're my kid or not, is important. It's creating a community within the school. And community to me is one of the things that Blacks are lacking. We haven't had a true community in decades. And perhaps maybe you live in a neighborhood that feels like a community, but I could say that I don't think most Blacks uh, feel that way. Um, Most try to do everything they can to get out of their neighborhoods, right? And that's what a neighborhood is, right? It's void of resources, right? So that's why it's not a community. And that's something that we all need to address. That's something I hope to address in a future video that I plan on doing, where I go through the key areas that Black Americans need to do in order to progress ourselves and our futures. Um, but this right now is about these gentlemen here. I have another article up right here. This is from the New York Post. So this is a couple of the gentlemen. Obviously, not all of them because the report says there's about 40 of them involved. But still, this is amazing right here. And it's just dads being involved. Just giving respect. And what you do is you make the kids feel like they're not prisoners. You make the kids feel like you know they're in a safe environment, and they don't need to be on edge. And they don't need to be looking over their shoulder because they got people there that got their back. They got people there that love and care about them. And this is a knock on teachers, but that's not the role of teachers. Teachers are the educator. But you need an environment that shows care and love, and you need a community. And again, a lot of blacks don't have true communities that they come from or that they live in. They live in neighborhoods, and as a result, they always feel that they got to watch their backs. They always feel like they got to look over their shoulders, or they got to be part of a group to be protected and to be respected. And that's an issue because we don't need to be in many groups. We need to have one large group, and that large group needs to be our communities. So once again, salute to these brothers here, making a difference. Because obviously 23 arrests is ridiculous. There's a lot of black men, black women that's incarcerated now. And obviously there's other races, and I care about everyone, but I can't hide the fact that I am a black man, I am a black American, and I care about my people. And the statistics show that we aren't on top, financially, economically, and this is the start. It's the school, it's the education, it's the community. That's the start. And from there, you progress yourself as an individual. Um, and then you have something to pass on to your family. So it looks like Fox News also covered this. So this, like I said, this was in Louisiana. Um, and I just think this is great. I hope this happens at more schools around the country. Um, I went to school in Brooklyn, New York. I was lucky enough that because I was well educated and viewed as a scholar, that I went to a pretty good high school where I didn't have to worry about fighting and things of that nature. But I have friends that weren't that fortunate, and you know they had to deal with violence at times, and maybe even had to transfer schools just to avoid violence. So obviously no parent wants their kid to go through that. Parents need to be involved in their kids' lives. Unfortunately, a lot of our kids have these single parent households, and something that we have to correct. We have to get both parents involved, and if you have that extra time, hey, be involved. When I was a kid, my mom used to go up to school, meet my teachers. My elementary school parents was always involved. We had the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association, and all the parents were involved. Our school plays were put on by parents. Um, I don't know if that's continuing to happen today. From the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like it is. I had after school programs where you know black men came and taught us how to play chess. Um, Black women taught us, put us in a debate team, and there's different programs that I was exposed to when I was a kid. And I don't know if those same programs are still available nowadays. And from what I hear, they're not. That's unfortunate because all kids have now is the streets or sports, and they need other alternatives. They need other ways to exercise their thoughts and their emotions. They need they need guidance. They need support. They need people to say, "Hey, I care about you. I respect you. You're a young man. You're a young woman, and you're coming up in the world, and we care and we respect you, and we want to see you do good, whether you're my kid or not. We're all one. At the end of the day, we're part of the human race. We're all Americans, and then we're all Black Americans, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be part of a group, but your group needs to be your community, in my opinion. And once we get that community feel and sense together, um, we can progress. And I think this is a good start. This is a good example of what a lot of us should be doing, especially men. And women, if you can do it, hey, offer your time as well. Like this is big, and they haven't had any incidents since these dads got involved, and I hope they don't have any more incidents. And again, if this is happening in a school near you, hey, maybe you should let your parents know, hey, these dads in Louisiana, show them this article, and say, hey, it's called Dads on Duty, show this article, say, hey, I'm having, there's fights and violence going on in my school. Hey, dad, mom, y'all want to get involved? Y'all want to reach out to other parents? Y'all want to reach out to the school and see what y'all could do and set up a similar program? I think that's a wonderful idea. Trust me, it's not good to think, oh, I don't have parental guidance, so I could just run them up. That's not good. We all need structure. We all need discipline, because when you become an adult, there is no remorse for you anymore. And unfortunately, you end up in prison, and no one wants to be in prison. So, with that being said, I'm gonna end the video there. Once again, salute to these dads. As always, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you didn't like the video, that's cool. I appreciate you listening. And as always, take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of each other. That's all we got. Peace.